I am very proud to talk about one of our honorees tonight, Graham Ciraulo. I got to know Graham working uptown in Inwood on the Northern Manhattan Is Not For Sale Coalition. And for those of you who don't know, Graham is one of the kindest, most dedicated, extraordinary persons I've ever met. He is, hello. One of my best memories, I only started my council this year, so one of the best memories that I have of Graham is the first time I got to know him very well was going uptown. We were doing a lot of flyering, canvassing in the neighborhood to tell folks about the next event. And so Graham, of course, because he's like so, like crafty, he brings out his grocery cart, like his gavito, but this is what the thing's family. And he had it full of like flyers for Northern Manhattan. And he's like, well, no, but I don't worry about like carrying a lot of things. You don't have to hurt your back. Like I can put them all in my grocery cart. And so he filled up his grocery cart with all these flyers, and I'm like, okay, well, let's see if we can pass all of these out. And I'm thinking, well, he doesn't. Hello. This is a white man living in a predominantly Dominican Spanish-speaking neighborhood, and I'm thinking he's gonna be a little bit shy, and I might have to like do all the speaking, right? Oh, no. This is one white man who was like, hello, Northern Manhattan is not for sale. Like, do you agree with this? Like, are you worried about your housing? Like, told me this all over the place. And it was just so interesting to see this. And to be honest, like, he gave me a lot of hope for, like, white people in general. He gave me a lot of hope for, like, white men in particular. So I want to share that story because that alludes to like what happens next. So a lot of times in our coalition meetings, things get tense. Folks are fighting about or arguing about what is more important, infrastructure or affordability. They're talking about different tactics about like how can we push local politicians. And Graham is always the person to like be the peacemaker. He's always like looking at like a disorganized mess and like just figuring out a way, okay, how about we do this and this and this? And like everybody's like, yeah, that's a great idea, Graham. Problem solved. So this is like a little bit of an insight into like Graham's like very creative, very intellectual brain. And I'm really proud to be fighting alongside you, Graham. It really means a lot to me to learn with you, to grow with you. And for anybody who doesn't know him, I encourage you to get to know him, especially when he is outside in the neighborhood, talking to folks, with his little gavito. Congratulations, Graham.
That was really nice. I didn't prepare any statements as usual, but because I just really want to say thank you from the heart. I told Ava that naming this to Jane's was probably the most brilliant naming of an award. It's brilliant, I mean, really. But the reason I was thinking about it when I was listening to everybody talk about Jane Wood was that I think a really good award should humble you a lot. And when I hear about Jane Wood and even being associated with Jane Wood, it's an incredibly humbling experience because I have so far to go. And she did amazing things. And this is an incredibly humbling experience, and it's incredibly just very touching in hearing Nova speak, and just having the honor to work with people in Met Council, like being here with the people in this room, and having worked with a lot of you. I mean, it's incredible. And the three, I think it's great that there's three Janes because there's Nova and there's Andrea and there's Eva, who are just like possibly the most amazing people that you could ever work with. And I think one thing that I could hear, but I definitely have in common with Jane Wood is what you were saying about her quote about how housing destroys, losing your housing destroys your family, destroys families, and destroys communities, right? And that's exactly how I feel. Like I'm here because I essentially had a freak out and was just like, I'm not gonna take it anymore, And I was like, I'm gonna get involved and I'm gonna So, and that's kind of what I feel is at the core of it is, we're protecting families, we're protecting communities, we're protecting, people as human beings. So, this is an incredible honor, guys. I mean, words can't express. Thank you so much, Nova and Ava and everybody here, my wife.